Welcome. This deep dive comes directly from some amazing learning material we've developed at Skill Wanderer,
hmm
and it's designed to help you cut through that initial confusion that I think hits every single beginner in software testing.
Oh, absolutely. That question of, wait, what kind of testing am I even doing right now?
Exactly. And if you don't know the answer, you might end up trying to debug code when, you should just be checking if a button works.
This is a classic stumbling block.
So our mission today is to bring some real clarity by unpacking the three pillars of software testing.
Right. And understanding these helps you know where to focus your energy first.
Let's jump in. Where do we start?
We start where every great tester begins.
Hmm.
Pillar 1, black box testing. This is the foundation.
I like the mental model for this one. You treat the software like it's a completely sealed box.
That's the mindset.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works inside, and frankly, I don't care.
All that matters is the result.
Precisely. You're focused entirely on the inputs and the outputs. From the user's perspective.
Okay, so things like, does the UI make sense? Are the business rules being followed?
Exactly. So for a login screen, you'd type in a valid username and password.
And just check that you land on the dashboard page. That's it.
That's it. You're not looking at the database connection. You're not looking at the encryption.
And this is where most manual testers start.
It is, and I want to be clear, this is incredibly high-value work
Why is that?
because black box testing finds the bugs that genuinely frustrate your users, the stuff that makes them leave. Your key skills here are just pure logic and a deep curiosity.
Okay, that makes sense. But if it's so valuable, why isn't it enough? Why do we need to move on to, say, Pillar 2, white box testing?
Because black box proves the app works for the human. White box testing proves it works internally.
So this is sometimes called glass box, right? You can see everything inside.
You have full access to the source code. Your tests are actually based on the code structure.
So you're not worried about the color of a button anymore.
Not at all.
You're worried about whether the if statement and the else statement both got executed correctly. You're chasing down every single code path.
Exactly. The focus is on what we call code coverage, internal logic, security. This is usually the world of developers writing unit tests.
Or very specialized automation engineers.
Right. A developer might write a test to make sure their tax calculation function works for all 50 states by looking at the specific logic they wrote. It demands programming skills.
That distinction is really clear. Black box is for me, the tester. White box is for the engineer. Which brings us to the middle ground,
The vital middle ground, yes. Pillar 3, gray box testing.
the hybrid approach.
That's it. The gray box tester isn't flying blind like in black box, but they're not rewriting the application like in white box either.
They have some knowledge.
Partial knowledge, yeah.
Yeah.
They use that to test smarter. Maybe they have access to system logs, or they can query a database, or check an API response,
Okay, so this is where the real debugging magic can happen. Like, I might submit a contact us form.
which is a black box action.
Right. But then I use a tool to go check the database directly to verify my message was actually saved.
That is the perfect example. It's so powerful.
Yeah.
Many experienced testers just naturally evolve into this role as they learn tools like SQL or Postman.
So if we put it all together for you, the listener, a healthy team needs all three working in concert.
Absolutely. It flows. The developers do white box testing on their code.
Then a gray box tester might verify the system connections, the APIs, the database.
And that all supports the black box tester, who makes sure the final user experience is perfect.
And that busts the biggest myth for beginners, doesn't it?
It really does. The myth that you need to code to be a great tester.
Your primary tools are critical thinking and curiosity. The career path is almost always black box, and then you grow into those gray box skills.
That's the journey.
So to summarize for you, black box is user-focused. That's your starting line. White box is code-focused. You can safely leave that to the developers for now. And gray box is system-aware. That's your growth path.
Well said.
Now, for a final thought to leave you with, we mentioned that white box testing is all about achieving full code coverage, making sure every single line of code gets tested.
A developer's responsibility.
Right. So consider this. Why is it helpful for you as a black box tester to simply know that boundary exists? Because knowing what the developers are already testing internally lets you focus your limited time on finding the high-impact, user-facing bugs they almost certainly missed. It lets you hunt where they aren't looking. Something to think about.